Everyone, it's Dr. Zach. Yes, my name has been in the tabloid media and understandably sensationalized given the circumstances. I want to clarify certain facts that have not been reported and are public knowledge. Please understand that due to patient privacy laws and out of respect for all my patients, there will never be mention of specifics now or in the future of any of my cases. As many of you know firsthand, my reputation in Miami for safety is exemplary. I am not willing to operate without exception on any patient if my preoperative protocols for medical clearance are not wholly met. That means another physician of the patient's choosing examines the patient and verifies that patient's fitness for surgery in conjunction with other tests and labs that I request. This is a standard protocol to ensure all aspects of a patient's health are medically considered. Since graduating from my plastic surgery residency at Brown University, I've operated on 2,000 patients, which is roughly 6,000 hours in the operating room. Every procedure is always performed to the highest medical standard, and our safety protocols are diligently observed by my entire team. The state of Florida is especially strict when it comes to any issues involving medical treatment that may not have been performed to recognized standards, resulting in a poor patient outcome. This certainly applies to procedures like those I specialize in. This oversight results in immediate suspension of the provider's ability to perform the operation of concern. My medical license remains active and unrestricted, and I remain in good standing with the Florida Department of Health. With that being said, we are currently seeing patients in the office and performing surgeries. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Zach.
There we go. Listen, I'm standing and you know what that means, guys. Okay, I'm up and I'm ready. All right, let me keep it real. Let me keep it a buck. Let me keep it true. Listen, surgery is scary. And I think we need to start having a real more conversation about the fact that BBLs actually can impact people's lives, right? BBLs, breast surgeries, all those kind of things. All of those things can impact somebody's life. Surgery is dangerous. But I remember some time back, especially BBL conversations some years back, women were telling us to mind our own goddamn business. Now, to be real with you, yeah? Some women were telling us, not all, some women were telling us to mind our own damn business and stay out of women's business and let them do what they do. And it's funny, we're back here again. It's like BBLs are dangerous. There is a risk to them because it is surgery. And an immediate response, obviously, now is to blame the surgeon. Listen, let me get real with you. Whether Jacky paid, and if you notice the language, what he used, he said, to the patient's choosing, they can choose a second surgeon who does like the checks to make sure, right? So, of course, potentially she might have paid a second surgeon. Whatever it is, we don't know. But either way, she has signed a waiver, signed a contract. I guess they signed a contract, a waiver, whatever. Right. And if you know you're not operating if you know yourself that you're not operating in the best interest, whether she paid that doctor or not, you are at fault because you have decided to break the rules. Now, we don't know if that is true of Jacky O. We don't know. Let's just say everything was on point. The issue is that surgery is dangerous. The issue is that our women are taking risks to beautify themselves in order to make themselves feel better. But the reality of the situation is, if you're not feeling well within, how are you going to feel well outside? You know what I mean? Like, if you're not feeling well within, it starts from within. And I'm not saying, like, of course, we have to ignore the fact that outside plays a role. It really does. Let's be honest. Listen, you look bad on the outside, we going to comment. Okay, let's keep it real. Let's not lie to ourselves, not pretend and act as if that's not a real thing. But the reality of the situation is that we have to start being real about some of this, the actual, things that can go wrong and the actual risks that come along with putting yourself underneath a knife, right? So I am very sad that Jacky O has passed away. You know, it's not a nice thing to have to report upon. It's not a very nice thing to have to see DC Young Fly and losing his mother, of his kids and stuff. It's not nice to see families breaking and crying and emotional and sad and grieving because their daughter has passed away. That's never going to be nice. But we have to have a real conversation about the fact that, listen, going underneath the knife for these big bums or mummy tucks or whatever, these surgeries, listen, how necessary are they? Are they necessary in terms of the fact that you need it medically? Or is it for beautifying oneself? We have to start having real conversation, because when we're trying to beautify our oneself, blaming this doctor right now ain't going to do nothing. He's going to keep on operating, right? Because so far as he did what was within the procedures, he's done nothing wrong. But I think you have to have a real conversation about risks and the fact that this is dangerous for you to go underneath the knife. You wanting to be beautiful, you wanting to be look good, you wanting to have what we call beauty capital, you wanting to have investments from men, and oftentimes it's from men, and endorsements from these male led industries that know that selling sex is important and stuff, and selling your body is important. And I don't mean that even in porn, I mean that just generally in terms of that sex sells in a lot of markets, right? That you understand that having a big bum in this current climate seems to be working. But we're hearing a lot more stories of people who have gone for BBLs and it's going wrong. We've had a lot more people going to Turkey and hurting and having their BBLs go absolutely horribly wrong, and they're sick. Some people pass away. Some people their bodies are damaged after that. Look, we're taking risks on our body, people, for beautified situations, not for the fact that you need it because it's medically induced, but because you want to beautify yourself. We have a real conversation about that. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. Maybe you guys disagree. Maybe we should stay out of women's business. And I will sit my ass down somewhere. You know what I mean? But you know what it is already, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked. We'll see you again